My name is Niran Yesufu, my YouTube channel is FNG, and welcome to This is Veloce. So this is my flat basically in London. So through here, you can see we've got the living room. It's nothing special, not gonna lie. It kind of needs some work. We've not been living here that long, so we need to actually make it look cool. Through here, this is obviously where I make my videos. So this is my room. I had to change my setup a lot recently because it was very B-tech. I had a monitor and no camera and all this sort of stuff. So I've had to change this quite a lot. Looks like an actual setup. I need to put some foam up and stuff as well. Over here, is a couple of things, again, probably ought to hang them up and stuff. This here looks very basic, but it's basically what I got sent by EA because we went to a early capture event in Berlin. This as well is probably my most prized YouTube possession. It's the 100K YouTube plaque. I remember first getting this in the post and it was probably the maddest thing ever. I'm not gonna lie. It's just insane. So originally I was born in London. I was born in Ealing. Then when I was young, my parents moved to Nottingham. So I was kind of brought up there. So I have a Northern accent or a Midlands accent. But that's where I started doing YouTube videos when I was in year 10, I wanna say, in Calverton. Yeah, it was a weird one. I didn't really take YouTube seriously, properly seriously for the first 2 years, because it was just very much a pastime. My sort of following was quite small. It was really hard to build up a channel size. But yeah, 2013 was when I made my first video. I think it was April 2013.
Hey there guys, this is Niran here, our flying orangutan, as you can see from the title of our channel.
So the story of getting into YouTube was very lucky. One day I was in the playground at school with my friend called Josh, and this guy came up to us, was like, oh yeah, we're selling this HD PVR. And to be honest, I had no idea what that even meant at the time, because again, I was really interested in YouTube, but I had no idea of the tech side. So we bought this really, it looked horrendous. It was this massive box with blue lights on it. It was the least streamlined. It was bricks are more streamlined than this. And it was horrendous quality and everything. It was the wrong aspect ratio. It was awful. But it was complete luck, because I think, honestly, without him, I don't think I would have had the motivation, at least until 2 years later, at which point it would have been probably a little bit too difficult, or much more difficult at least, to start a channel. So this was the first time that I've been able to put some creativity into actual reality and make stuff. Every day I was finding out how to do this new thing, how to chop up music and put it in, or how to do this editing effect. And it sounds really boring, but it was really exciting because it felt like every single video that I made was substantially better than the last one.
Hello there guys, and welcome.
The second career mode series that I did was 2015. I noticed that I was actually talking properly and sounding excited, because that was the first thing as well. I didn't even sound that into it when I started. I was, but it was difficult to portray excitement in my mind, and because it is quite difficult to commentate stuff. So hello there everyone, and welcome. It is Niran here, and today it is time for yet another FIFA 20 video. Today we've got another... That probably, I think I was start of 2015, I started that series, and I sort of used to look back on it, used to look back at the editing. There was little montages in there, and I thought, okay, yeah, I can actually do this now. I feel like I've made the step from being horrendous to at least watchable. A lot of YouTubers don't tell their mates that they're good, and then their mates find out later down the line. But I told my friends, so my first 20 subscribers were just people from school. I was like, yes, got a solid base there of 20. And then I remember a week later getting to 21, and I literally, I think I fist bumped for 30 minutes straight. I was way too excited to say it was one person. The first 1,000, I think I knee slided across my living room and got carpet burns. That was how I celebrated that, by injuring myself. I think when you experience it, it's the most euphoric milestone you hit, because it's the one that you probably work the most to get to, apart from the really big ones. I think my first absolute favorite series that I did, which did actually do quite well, was a series with Leicester City. It was just a career mode series basically. But my editing I felt actually was pretty good. I'd actually properly started commentating and talking properly in like an enthusiastic way. It was the same season that Leicester won the league as well, coincidentally. So there was just this cool like feeling around it, and everyone was like, this is unrealistic. And then Leicester won the league in real life, which was cool. There was a couple of videos last year that did quite well, like to do with modding the game and just basically breaking it in like every department. So if you get the PC version of the game, you can do really weird stuff like like free roam. You can run outside the stadium on FIFA and like see the outside, which is mental. And then there was one video this was the first video that got shared by like big accounts and stuff. It was a video of like really small players v really tall players. So it's like 4-foot players v 8-foot players or whatever. And it got shared on this, like a couple of accounts like Sport Bible and stuff. It was insane, because even people weren't like necessarily going on my video, but people were seeing the video on these big accounts and like hearing like me talking honk about this and that. And it was just, yeah, that was insane. That was the first time I experienced that sort of exposure. And then way more recently, there was FTW, which is Football This Week, which was a very experimental series because I'd never done talking about real life football. I'd always done gaming and FIFA and stuff. And I was like, I really want to go into this, just try and be funny about actual real life football. And it actually, I didn't expect it to do well, but it actually did quite well straight off the bat. And it's probably my biggest series now.
Alright you lot, welcome back to yet another episode.
So I'm living in London at the moment. It's been quite a culture shock, to be honest, but yeah, so moved from Nottingham, moved down to London, living with my friend Arav, both making content, which is quite cool, something I always kind of hoped would happen eventually. And we're very similar people, really enjoy what we do. It's great when Liverpool play Manchester United, because I'm a Liverpool fan, he's a United fan, so I can rib him sometimes. No, it's cool. It's just nice living with another content creator. It's something that I always wanted to do. Like I saw the Sidemen house develop when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, I'd love to live with another YouTuber. So it's actually nice for it to actually happen. Veloce came about basically. I'd obviously heard good things about it. I follow a lot of people in the F1 community, and I'd seen that they all joined this thing, and I didn't know how to pronounce it, I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was Veloce at first. And I saw this like popping up. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. There's like an esports team, or there's like a management agency for F1 stuff. This is quite cool. And then they kind of contacted me and was like, you know, we're interested in your channel. And originally I was like, why? I do FIFA stuff, you know, but they wanted to branch out and go into football, and that was quite interesting to me, because I could like be the first person to really introduce this to them, and they can learn about it, and we can sort of grow together and make something insane that other people might not necessarily think is possible. Like, it was just exciting. It was just this new thing for me and a new thing for them, and I was like, so much scope and potential. You know, esports in FIFA is already pretty big and is always growing. There's so many content creators for it as well who are exciting and trying to break through. So yeah, it just kind of, even though it didn't theoretically make sense, it made sense to me. I just want to help the team grow from a FIFA standpoint. Like, I'd love to be able to really get into the esports side of things as far as Veloce is concerned. That's obviously what it's based around. You know, I'd love to see Veloce end up with, you know, with a team, working with a team, even if it's not a specific one to it. And I'm really enjoying talking about real life football stuff, you know, FTW and things. And I want to do more content like that. Opportunities in terms of talking to footballers, you know, doing interviewing or making videos based around people. I'd love to be able to do stuff like that with Veloce, but also, again, it's like a two-way street. I want to be able to help them grow into the FIFA scene. Again, be able to partner a team, something like that, be more well established in both communities.
Growing up in Australia is really, really awesome. It's an amazing place to live. The weather